Hi everyone, I hope you guys are doing good. So, as a part of our Liquibase tutorial series, in the previous lecture, we learned how to download Liquibase, how to install Liquibase, how to install JDK, right? We also downloaded a Postgres JDBC driver, right? Now, in this lecture, we will learn about setting up our Liquibase Maven project, okay, and then creating change set, database change set, which we will deploy using Liquibase and it will create objects on our Postgres database. Okay, so let's start. So let me check the command prompt first and let me check the no Liquibase and JDK installed. Okay, so let me just enlarge it little bit. So first I'll check Java version. So Java is installed, Java 23 is installed, right? Then let me check Liquibase. Liquibase version. So command is Liquibase dash dash version. So you can see Liquibase version is 4.29.2, right? So our Liquibase is also installed. Our JDK is also installed, right? So let's start. So let me first show you the doc page. Okay. So once you open this Liquibase doc page, doc.liquibase.com, so you have all the left side you have menu, right? So from the start button last time we know do did all the installations and all, right? Now we have to go inside tools and integration, then expand Maven, right? Inside Maven workflow, and then click on setting up a Liquibase project with Maven and PostgreSQL. So just click on that. Okay, so it will open a page, right? So this is the page which Liquibase has given us to integrate Liquibase with PostgreSQL database. Okay, so prerequisite install Liquibase, right? So that we have already done, right? And then Maven. Okay, so Maven we are not going to install. Instead, we will be using Maven plugin in our POM file. So I'll show you that. Okay. Next one is it is asking create a new project folder and name it as this one, right? So you can create a Liquibase project. You can give any name. It has given Maven PostgreSQL, right? So you can give any name. You can create a folder. Then you can create a database changelog.xml file. So no, create a .xml file and keep all the database change set in that XML file. Okay, so database change set will look like this one, right? So they have given a sample database change set. So first part from here to here, this is the metadata which would be common in all your change set.xml file, right? And you will write your change set here, right? And then you have to close your database tag. And then fourth step is create another plain text file in the same directory and give it a name like Liquibase properties. Okay, so we'll create a liquibase.properties file and we'll give this information changelog file URL, username and password. Okay, so URL would be the Postgres URL, right? Changelog file name will be the database changelog file which we will create, right? And username and password, right? And next thing is they have also given a sample database change set, sample change set to create a table, right? So this is a create table no syntax. So this is a XML syntax of Liquibase. Okay, so Liquibase supports lot of syntax SQL, YAML, JSON, right? And yeah, so we also will be using this XML format most of the time along with the SQL formats. Okay, so hybrid XML and SQL we'll be using. Okay, so this is a sample database change set to create table, right? Which we will put here, right? And then it is asking create a Maven POM file, right? So you have to create a pom.xml file, and this will be the first part. This metadata will be there. You can use this sample POM file. Okay, so for preparing your POM, right? And you can see they have provided the Liquibase Maven plugin and no a PostgreSQL driver version and all, right? So this is the Liquibase version, right? So we will also set up a POM file, okay, and then you can just run Liquibase update and it should run your change set, this create table on your Postgres database. Okay, so this is the doc page, guys. Now let's jump to our project. So in the document, last time we had downloaded one driver. This is the PostgreSQL JDBC driver, right? And this is the folder which I have set up for Liquibase. So name is Postgres underscore Liquibase. Okay, let's go inside. So inside we have one src folder and then POM. Let's check out the POM first. So let me edit it. So in the POM, you can see we have the no metadata. First part, this first and second line is metadata, right? And then we have model version. So model version is 4.0.0. Then we have given our project name, project group, right? That is com.project.local, right? You can give any project group. My project artifact name is postgres underscore liquibase, right? That is my project name. Version is 1.000 and dash snapshot, right? So snapshot is for development, right? And this is the version for release 1.000, right? And packaging is POM, right? Then we have description of this project, right? Then after that, there is, you can see I have commented distribution management. So if you are distributing your code in Nexus or any, if you are distributing your, if you are creating releases and keeping it in your remote repository like Nexus and all, right? So you can use this distribution management, no dependency. Then we have properties. So project encoding is UTF-8. Liquibase version is 4.29.2, which we have installed, right? And then we have another dependency, that is Liquibase core dependency, and version is same, liquibase.version, which is 4.29.2. Then we have PostgreSQL dependency, right? Artifact is a PostgreSQL, and this is the driver which we downloaded here, 42.7.4. So you have to give the version 42.7.4, right? So this is the driver dependency. After that, the build dependency starts. Okay. So we have no on name. The build name would be project.artifact ID, right? And we have different plugins, right? So this is jgitflow Maven plugin. Okay. So this Maven plugin will help you to create releases, right? So when you do development in dev environment, right? So to deploy in production, you prepare a release, right? So this Maven plugin will help you in that, right? Next one I have commented out. This is optional, okay? So but there is a Maven assembly plugin, right? Which will help you to package your no project when you prepare a release. Right, so it can packaging can be in jar or war, right? So this plugin helps in doing the packaging part. Next one is our Maven dependency plugin, right? So this is our Maven dependency plugin, which will resolve all our Maven related dependency, right? So we are not installing Maven in our system. We are using Maven dependency plugin, which will resolve all our Maven related dependencies for Liquibase, right? So that's how our projects. This is our POM file, right? Next one is, so once you see your POM file, so see the folder structure as well, guys. So I have created Postgres Liquibase. Then inside we have src and POM. So your POM will be at just at the inside your Liquibase project, right? And then you can create a hierarchy of folders. So my project structure looks like this: src main, Java, right? Operations, changelog, right? And here I have created my release folder, right? Release underscore 1.000, where I'll keep all my database change set for this release one, right? When I'll have more releases, I'll create no, another folder and then keep the second release change set in that, right? Then I have a Liquibase properties file here, and then I have a master changelog file here. Okay, so let's check the master. Let's check the Liquibase properties first. So let me edit it. Okay, so Liquibase properties, I have kept changelog file, which is master changelog.xml. So no deployment call will start from here, right? So once Liquibase start calling the change set, so the calling will start from here, master.changelog.xml. Then I have URL, username, password, right? So you can see this is the URL of my local server, Postgres server, and database I'm using employee. Okay. So this was our Liquibase properties, right? Although I know there are two methods to call the Liquibase. Either you put all your credentials and all the requirement configuration in Liquibase properties, right? Or you can directly pass those configurations in your command line call only. So when you run Liquibase, so that time only pass those as parameter. Okay, so we will be passing all the configurations in the command line itself, okay, as a parameter. Okay, because it is safe to pass there instead of storing it here. It is safe to pass there. Okay, next let's check master changelog.xml. So in this, you can see this metadata. It is common to all the changelog.xml file. Okay, and here what I'm doing, I'm calling my release 1.0.0, and this changelog I'm calling, right? Changelog dot release underscore 1.0.0 master.xml, right? Relative to changelog file is true, right? So that means uh, our path is relative path. Okay, we are not giving absolute path, but we are giving relative path. Okay, so under release folder we have this one, and which we are calling here in master changelog .xml. So execution will start from here, right? So what we are calling this folder, and this changelog set inside that folder. So let's go in that folder, and we are calling this one change log release underscore 1.00 dot master. So you can give any name, okay, but I have given them as release underscore 1.00 because it's in release folder, and this is a master in that call, right? So here I am calling what, public dot changelog dot table release 1.00 master dot xml. Okay, so just calling, right? And metadata is same. Metadata is common. So now I've created a new file called table.release, right? So here I am keeping all my change set for creating tables. Okay. Similarly, you can create many files, right? As per your use. If you are creating views, you can keep tables and views separate, right? Functions, you can keep separate file and just call that in here in your master.xml file, right? So see, this is our chain set to create table. Okay, so this is a sample chain set where chain set you have to give the author name. So this is my author name I'm giving, case of 321. You have to give a ID to each chain set. So I'm giving create department table 1.0.0.0. Okay, so this is the version I'm giving. Okay, we should be same with POM. Just keep these things sync in POM, right? And then you have create table tag. So I'm giving table name as department, schema name public schema I want to create, and these are the columns of the table: department ID, department name, and department head, data type, right? And then in SQL tag, I'm just giving grant. After table creation, I'm giving grant on this table department to users. Okay. So this is the basic folder structure, guys. Okay, so you have change sets, right, in change log, right? So you have change sets in each folder. You have one master change log XML which you will call from the Liquibase command, right? Command line, and which will call ultimately this folders no master change log XML files to execute the change sets. Okay, and inside Java, I have just prepared a empty assembly file. So this is optional. This is not required. If you are using assembly plugin, then you can do all the assembly configurations here, assembly related configuration. Okay, so this is the basic structure of our Liquibase Postgres, right? Now let me show you the run command which I'm going to run on Liquibase. Okay, so this is my this is the command. So you have to first cd into your changelog folder. Okay, so my changelog folder, what is the path of my changelog folder? So you have to cd till that Java, then operations, changelog. Yeah, so this is the path. So till here you have to no, go at till this path, and then you will run the Liquibase command. Okay, so what I'm doing cd till this path till changelog, right? So once I'm inside this folder changelog, then I'm firing a Liquibase command, and in that I'm giving changelog file name, which is the master changelog.xml, which is this one, master.changelog.xml, and then I'm giving username as Postgres, password as local. So this is my password for this database, right? Then I'm giving URL of my JDBC URL, right? So localhost is my server, 5432 is port, and employee is the database, right? And Postgres and local is username and password. Then I'm giving driver. So driver is org.postgresql.driver, right? So this is the driver I'm using, PostgreSQL driver, right? And then I'm giving class path. So class path is the path of the driver where I have kept my driver, complete path of the driver, right? So this is the driver, right? This driver we have downloaded it here. So this is in document, this one. So I'm just giving complete path of this driver where I'm storing. So that is the class path, right? Next one is the context. Okay, so context is dev, local, and new. I'll explain you what is the context. Okay, so since I'm deploying in local, so local will be used, and then log label as info. Okay, so it will inform me, it will give me all the logs of this Liquibase command, right? And at the end, the update command, right? So we are running this complete Liquibase command to run our change set. Okay, so it should be in one line because it will give, otherwise it will give error. So let me take it into one line. So class path and context. So let me just take it into one line. So now it is good. Okay, so our command is ready. We have to run no these two. So we have to cd and then run this command. So to run that command, you have to open PowerShell. Okay, so if you have Windows PowerShell, you can also run from command prompt as well. Okay, but I'll prefer Windows PowerShell. Okay, so let me just enlarge it little bit. Okay, so I hope this is visible now to you guys. So first I will cd to that path, right? So let me do the cd to that path. So I'll just do enter, right? Now you can see I'm inside the changelog folder, right? Now I'll execute the Liquibase command, right? So let me run this Liquibase command. So I'll just paste it here. So you can see same Liquibase command. Again check Liquibase, right? Changelog file name master.changelog.xml, username, password, right? URL in JDBC URL, right? Then driver org.postgresql driver, class path, and then path of the JD path of the PostgreSQL JDBC driver, right? This is the jar, and then context, and then log level equals to info update, right? So this is the command. So just click run, enter. So it should start running. Okay, see it is started to run, right? And it is saying Liquibase command update was executed successfully, right? That means whatever we run, it has run properly. Let's check the log from starting. Okay, so here we ran the command. So Liquibase is started, right? So Liquibase starting Liquibase, right? Time is there. After starting Liquibase, uh, you can see Liquibase version. It is printing, right? Then there are different things of different things in logs, right? And here you can see reading from public dot database change log, right, and running change set, right? So it is running now this change set release 1.000 public change log table release, right? So it is running that master change log XML, and our change set is this one, create department table 1.000 case of 321, right? This is the ID, right? Author, and this is the ID 1.000, right? So it is running my change set, running change set, right? And you can see message table department created, right? And you can see change set this successful in 29 a millisecond. Update summary, see previous run 0, filtered out 0, run was 1, total change set we ran is 1 change set we ran, right? And you can see, right? So next is update summary generated, right? So all the update summary got generated, right? Row affected, one. So Liquibase update has been successful, right? So once you see this message, right, Liquibase update has been successful, that means whatever change set you ran is successful, right? Update has been successful, right? So that means our change set to create table was successful, right? Now let's open PG admin, and we ran in employee database, right? So let me refresh the employee database. So employee database, we created a table in public schema. Let's go in public schema, expand tables. So in table you can see we have three table. One is the department table which we created through change set, right? So let me view all rows. So our select star from public dot department. So you can see our table got created, right? Along with that, you can see there are two more tables which got created. Okay, and we can check what are the data inside that. Right, so one is the database change log lock, right? So this table is used by Liquibase to take a lock while doing the deployment, so that if any other person is doing deployment on the same database with same change sets and all, right? So if lock is true, right, it will not allow that to run, right? It will wait for it to become false, right? So this lock table is important for Liquibase. And then we have another table, database change log, right? So this table will store all the change set log, right? So using that log, you can get the information, right? That what are the change set you have run so far, right? And what is the log of that change set, right? So in this example, you can see you have create department table, right? So that is the change set we have, right? And so no, you can check anytime, you can just log in, right, and check this table. You will know that what are the deployments has been done so far, right, using the Liquibase. So it is like a history table, right? It will log all your run which are done on this database. So you can see ID is create table department, which is the ID of our change set. This is the author name. Then we have file name, right? File name which is running, right? So let me just explain. So file name, this file name it has run, right? And this is the date executed when it was run. It was run today, right? Order executed as one. execution type should be executed, right? And then there is MD5 sum. This is very important. So for each chain set, it creates a unique ID. Okay, so this is a unique, suppose this is a unique ID of this chain set. Okay, and then there is a description, right? So whatever it has run, right? Create table, right? Table name, department, right? And Liquibase version you can see 4.29.2, right? And this is a deployment ID which is in character varying also. Okay, so now you guys know, right, how to set up Maven project, Maven Liquibase project, right? And then how to prepare, POM version, how to prepare folders, right? How to prepare change set in that POM folder, right? And what is the Liquibase run command? What are the parameters you have to pass in that so that you run your change set and it will create that object on your database, right? So that's it from this lecture, guys. In next lecture, we will learn more cool features from Liquibase. Okay. So if you guys like this video, please subscribe my channel. Thank you, guys.